Hi, this is Jason with the Cultural Breakdown, and this weekend's looking to be pretty good for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's projected to take in 80 million on its opening weekend. The sequel to 2018's Oscar-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is getting a lift from good buzz and residual fondness for its predecessor, one of the inaugural cinematic forays into all things multiverse. And while reviews are still embargoed, critics flipped for the first one. And that is true about the first one. I pulled that up with Into the Spider Verse, and on Rotten Tomatoes, you'll see it has a 97% score for critics, 93 for audiences. Top critics is 96. So it was actually just pretty well liked. I saw the first one, and I didn't think it was anything groundbreaking, but I did think it was actually pretty good, and I enjoyed it and had no regrets about that one. So, assuming the follow up sticks the landing, the notices could propel Across the Spider Verse even higher, but it's a crowded marketplace, and 5 years has passed since audiences were first introduced to Miles Morales and a wide web of spider people. Plus, there's been an ever expanding array of superhero films, streaming shows to turn to increasing the competition for moviegoers. All right, I know there is a lot of superhero stuff going out there now, and while people do say superhero fatigue, that's something you get that gets thrown around a bunch. The fact is, it's not necessarily superhero fatigue per se. It's just bad superhero movies. I think it got to a point where studios thought that they could just put any superhero thing they wanted out there and audiences will come to it. And for the most part, it was like that. But I think now it's actually people are it since it got so oversaturated, people aren't just desperate for superhero movies like they were in the past, where they'd watch anything. Now they actually kind of expect a bit more quality to it, and if you actually do have the quality, people will come and see it. But if it's not, then it won't be doing too well. That said, tracking suggests that Spider Man Across the Spider Verse should have no trouble swinging to the top box office charts when it opens in a wide release in June 2nd. Initial projections have Across the Spider Verse bowing to 80 million. That's a big leap forward from the 34 or 35.4 million that Into the Spider Verse debuted with when it launched in theaters. And yeah, that is true. Take a look at Box Office Mojo. Uh, yeah, this domestic opening 35 million, but with a $90 million budget, that was actually not too bad for what they. Well, yeah, not too bad. But and then if you look at the domestic and international take, I mean, it did pretty good, which is no wonder they got a sequel. But if this one's actually doing better, and with the second one having about the same amount of budget, it's looking pretty good for that one. It also may depend on how well The Little Mermaid, which topped the Memorial Day box office with 117.5 million over the 4-day holiday. So yeah, if Little Mermaid holds strong, it'll that might impact Spider-Man, but honestly, I don't see that happening. I actually see project that one's going to have a pretty good drop off. The Disney remake of the animated classic is looking for a sophomore weekend of roughly 40 million, which would represent a drop of just under 60%. Uh, 40 million domestically. I'm not sure if that's gonna take it. Uh, Maybe, but I doubt it. I don't think that movie's gonna be doing too good financially after this. It my prediction is the people who wanted to go see it saw it already, and it's probably going to have a drop off. Could it hit 40 million? Yeah, but I'm actually thinking it might the drop off might be closer to 70%. So, and this says 60. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, you interested in seeing it? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button if you want to see more, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.